Every night, millions of people dream of winning the lottery. But what if some of them actually saw the future? These are 12 new shocking real stories of people whose dreams predicted their lottery wins, some down to the exact number, location, or moment it happened. Stay tuned. Number 1. Patricia and the $70 million dream. The night before buying her ticket, Patricia from Ottawa had a dream so vivid it made her heart race. In it, her late mother appeared, smiling, peaceful, and holding out a bundle of crisp bills. She whispered just 4 words, "It's time to pay it forward." Patricia woke up trembling. The dream felt more like a visitation than a memory. The next morning, guided by what she called a feeling from beyond, she bought a Lotto Max ticket using her family's birth dates, numbers that had never meant much before. 2 days later, those same numbers flashed on TV. $70 million. Patricia stared in disbelief, realizing the dream hadn't just been comfort, it had been prophecy. She said it felt like her mother had handed her a second chance at life itself. But while Patricia found her fortune in a dream of love, another dream across the ocean carried a message of destiny. Number 2. Raymond Young and the £500,000 vision. In Edinburgh, 65-year-old Raymond Young woke from a dream that left him shaken yet certain. He was on a brightly lit stage, holding a giant check with £500,000 glowing in silver letters. A voice whispered, "It's finally your turn." For 25 years, Raymond had played the same Euro Millions numbers out of habit, never expecting much. That morning, his hands trembled as he checked his ticket and froze. Every number matched. Exactly £500,000. He later said it felt like the dream had spoken to him, as if the universe had waited decades to deliver that moment. Coincidence or fate, the dream had become reality. Yet while Raymond's message came in numbers, another dream was already stirring, one that would change a life in a completely different way. Number 3. David Atwell and the dream of buried gold. In Kannapolis, North Carolina, David didn't dream the numbers himself, his sister did. One night she saw him in a vivid vision, kneeling beneath the old oak tree from their childhood backyard. He was digging frantically, uncovering a chest overflowing with gold coins. In the dream, she told him to follow the gold. When she called the next morning, her voice was still trembling. David laughed at first, but something about her tone, so sure, so insistent, stuck with him. Later that day at a Jiffy Quick store, he bought a $1 cash 5 ticket almost as a joke. But when the results came in, the laughter stopped. He had matched all 5 numbers. $837,187, richer overnight. David said it felt like his sister's dream had been planted in his reality, a bridge between the seen and unseen. Yet while his win came through another's dream, the next story proves that sometimes the message comes straight to you. Number 4. Carolyn Kerr and the Circle of Fours. In Virginia, Carolyn Kerr woke up with a single image burning in her mind. 4 glowing numbers, spinning slowly in the air around her. Each one shimmered like neon light. 4, 4, 4, 4. The dream had been short, but so intense she couldn't shake it off. It felt like the numbers were alive, calling her to remember. That morning, she went straight to a local shop and played them in the Bank a Million lottery. No guessing, no hesitation, just pure instinct. When the draw results came in, Carolyn froze. The numbers had hit. Her ticket was worth $125,000. She later said it felt less like luck and more like someone, somewhere, was guiding me. The number 4, often seen as a symbol of stability and luck, had become her miracle. But while Carolyn's vision came in numbers of light, another dream would soon arrive, one that refused to stop haunting its dreamer. Number 5. Patricia Harris and the Rain of Money. For months, Patricia Harris from Massachusetts couldn't escape a single dream. Night after night, she saw herself floating on a cloud as money rained from the sky, soft bills brushing against her face like feathers. The dream felt endless, so real she'd wake up reaching for the air. Eventually, she started writing down the numbers she thought she saw drifting past her in the dream. Odd sequences that made no sense at first, but something inside her whispered not to ignore them. 6 months later, she walked into a store and bought a Lucky for Life ticket using those exact digits. When the results were announced, Patricia stared in disbelief. Her sketchbook matched the winning numbers, $390,000, all from a dream that refused to fade. She called it a message that wouldn't stop until I listened. But sometimes the message doesn't come to you alone. It finds someone you love and changes both your lives. Number 6. The South African Dream That Crossed Two Minds. In early 2024, a South African couple had a dream that would change their lives. One partner saw themselves driving a luxury car down a coastal road, arriving at a gleaming house by the sea. In the dream, they wrote down dates, birthdays of loved ones, as if the numbers held the key. They woke with a lingering sense of purpose and decided to use those dates on a Powerball ticket. Weeks later, the impossible came true. They won $121 million, approximately 6.5 million USD. The dream had guided them to fortune, a vision shared between two souls. Yet, across the ocean, another dreamer would soon see the future, down to the very texture of a winning ticket. Number 7. The 21-year-old Powerball Dream, USA. He was just 21 when the dream hit, so vivid it felt like a memory from the future. In a crowded convenience store, he stared at a lottery ticket in his hand, feeling the rough paper, seeing the clerk's stunned face, hearing someone whisper, "You actually won!" Months passed and he almost forgot, until the day came. Same store, same noise, same feeling. When the ticket was scanned, the numbers lit up. $28 million. Every detail from the dream had come true. He later said, "It felt like I'd already lived it once before." But while this dream revealed the moment, another was already whispering, promising even more astonishing fortune. Number 8. Tommy and the $1 Million Voice. In Washington, D.C., Tommy had been playing the lottery for years without much luck. Then, one night in March 2025, a dream woke him abruptly. A calm, authoritative voice spoke clearly in his ear. "You're going to be a millionaire. It's real." He could hear the certainty in the tone, see the glow of the winning numbers in his mind, and feel the rush of excitement as if it were already happening. Shaken but compelled, he bought a Powerball ticket at Tenley Market the very next day. When the draw results were announced, his heart nearly stopped. He had matched 5 numbers, $1 million richer overnight. The dream's words echoed perfectly in his mind, a bridge between vision and reality. Tommy later said it felt like a promise delivered straight from the universe. Yet even as his voice-guided win became legend, another dream awaited, a vision so detailed it practically scripted the celebration itself. Number 9. Robert Hoban and the Scratch-Off Prophecy. In February 2025, Robert Hoban of Gaston County, North Carolina, went to bed as usual. But that night, his dream painted a scene he couldn't ignore. He saw himself scratching off a Pick 4 ticket, and as the numbers revealed themselves, a cascade of confetti exploded into the air. The number on the ticket was crystal clear: $110,000. Robert woke up, heart racing, half convinced it was nonsense. Still, something tugged at him, a quiet insistence to act. The next day, he bought a pick 4 ticket, scratching each number with a mix of skepticism and anticipation. When the numbers were announced, his eyes widened in disbelief. Every detail matched his dream. The money, the confetti, the exact total, $110,000. It was as if the dream had scripted reality. But while Robert's vision revealed the outcome, the next dream would go one step further, showing not just numbers, but instructions. Number 11. James Brown and the Recurring Clerk. James Brown of North Carolina had been haunted by the same dream for weeks. In it, he told a store clerk, "One day I'll win big." And in the final version, the clerk handed him a winning double-diamond cashword ticket. The dream stayed with him, a whisper he couldn't ignore. 2 weeks later, on a whim, James bought a ticket, and when the clerk handed it to him, every detail matched. The ticket, the clerk, the feel of holding it. Moments later, he realized he had won $500,000. The dream hadn't just predicted the win, it had rehearsed it, down to the smallest gesture. And as James celebrated, another dream was already waiting, one that would guide the message he shared with his loved ones. Number 12. William Shivers and the Texted Victory. In March 2024, William Shivers of North Carolina went to bed wondering if tonight's dream could tell him something extraordinary. He dreamed of scratching a lottery ticket, jumping in disbelief, and texting his family, "I finally did it." Every detail, the words, the rush in his chest, the light on the ticket, stayed with him. The next day, he bought a scratch-off ticket. When he scratched it off, the numbers matched, $100,000. Without hesitation, he sent the exact text from his dream. His family's stunned replies mirrored his own astonishment. For William, it wasn't just money. It was a message, a moment of joy pre-written in sleep. And while his dream predicted celebration, these 12 stories leave one lingering question. Are dreams merely coincidence or glimpses of fate? In conclusion, these 12 stories show how dreams can blur the line between imagination and reality, guiding ordinary people to extraordinary fortunes. If these stories amazed you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss more unbelievable true tales. And share in the comments. Have you ever had a dream that felt like it was trying to tell you something? Your story could be next.